Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Hypatios of Krete. And we are picking things back up a few months after the end of the last episode. In the meantime, I took care of a few small things, namely taking the counties of Avezzano and Teramo here. It was just a couple small little wars, so figured it would just be much quicker to go and do those off screen. So we conquered those. We kept Avezzano for ourselves because it's pretty good development, although the control is terrible right now. And then we gave Teramo out to the son of Tryphon Solomon here. So we want to keep Tryphon as our acclaimed knight, but we figured that his family could continue as counts within our lands. And you can see his son here is pretty good character, diligent, just, lustful. So not too bad of a character there at all. And that's the main kind of conquest that we did off screen. Nothing else really along those lines. But we have started a murder scheme against Sultan Ali. Now, he is aware that there is a scheme, a plot against his life, but our success chance is still pretty high here. You can see that we have 4 agents here, and 3 of them are his wives. You might be wondering why his 3 wives have agreed to help us murder him. Well, it's because he's an adulterer. And, you know, he's got 2 different lovers. So his wives are not too pleased with him. Not to mention he gives away all of their money. And, you know, he enjoys his hashish here to deal with the stress of his life. So, and partying and whatnot, you know, his wives don't seem to be too big of fans of that. So they're in on the plot here to assist us in getting rid of Sultan Ali. Now, obviously, we are not necessarily an intrigue type character. It's not to say that we are not a type of character who wouldn't agree to a plot like this. I picture us in this case more of the type who would allow our counselors, you know, for example, our spy master and some of our counselors to push forward this idea of dealing with the Sultan this way. They know, and we know, and our entire plan has been to take Alexandria for 20 years. And I think considering how the strength of Ali and being a pretty intelligent man, Hepatios would understand that he needs to look to other methods in order to deal with Ali so that he can handle him in the way that he knows best. And so we're kind of letting our spy master and the rest of our council kind of deal with this. We've agreed to it, but that is how we are going to accomplish our goals. Because, you know, after you've spent, what, 20 years or more, like, waiting to find an opportunity to take the land that you want to take, we've been looking to take Alexandria for a long time, and we're finally looking to methods to deal with that. Now, there's only a few months more for that plot to go through. Hopefully it will be successful. In the meantime, I would like to go forth and petition our liege. I think we should be able to do that here. Let's see, petition our liege. Yeah, we're gonna. We can't do it for 5 more years, unfortunately. So I was gonna petition him for a council petition. There we go. So we can petition him for a council position. I'm really hoping that we'll gain the position of marshal, because that's going to give us a lot more troops, and things should be a lot easier if we are the marshal. But if we get any council position, that will be advantageous. You'll notice that Despotisa Nicarete is the current chancellor, and she's doing a damn good job of it. Not only that, but she is attacking Duke Bardas while she's assisting Zahumlia to attack Dalmatia here, because she has actually gotten a marriage with Grigor, Yeah, of House Bar. So that's actually the brother of our daughter's husband. So, you know, it's all just mixed up familial relations there. So, but we're hoping to oust Duke Gerasimos here. He's 56 years old. Obviously, we would be better for the job. So, hopefully, the Emperor will agree to our very logical request here. So, we're going to set sail, head over to Constantinople, speak with the Emperor, and hopefully he will agree to our request, and hopefully he will give us the position that we are looking for. I am escorted to Basileus Akakios' throne room, where he beckons me to approach and address him. I elucidate the abilities proven and otherwise that make me a suitable candidate to be his chancellor. Well, that's not the position that we are looking for. I wish I would let you kind of choose which position you are trying to go for here, but I don't think we really are too interested in pushing ourselves over Despotisa Nicarete here for the chancellor position. It's not really something that we're necessarily, you know, certainly interested in. We'll lose a bit of renown here. Not super keen on that, but I don't think it's too big of a deal, so it was worth a try. We were going for the marshal position, didn't get it, but so be it. I mean, we can still deal with things without that position here. My agents have acquired a discreet powder which leaves no trace when dissolved in drink. The servants responsible for refilling and handling Sultan Ali's cup have been bribed to look the other way. All that remains is to approve my approval to smuggle in the poison. A toast to Ali's health. Let us hope it is successful. The drink of life. Sultan Ali is dead, killed by a deep draught of violent sharba. My agent slipped the poison into his goblet and watched it dissolve without a trace. Only when his throat swelled shut did he realize something was wrong, but by then it was far too late. Fortunately, my agent slipped out well before the effects of the poison had revealed that something was afoot. Cheers, Sultan Ali. Malik Kanuna sent me a gif, a lavishly decorated box filled with gold. As I run my hand through the coins, I feel as if the room starts spinning around me and my breath grows short. How unexpected. What a curious effect. Why are we accepting a gift from our nemesis? I think he's trying to murder us. I am concerned. I am deeply concerned. As some of you pointed out, it's kind of a bug that this character became our nemesis and, you know, seemed to know that we murdered his daughter despite the fact that we were successful in avoiding notice for that. I kind of get that. I don't mind having the feud in the nemesis, though, but yeah, it does appear to have been a bug that did cause that. So in any case, what I want to do is probably get ourselves like a food taster, maybe. That would probably be good. Somebody trustworthy here, like Akli Najidid. Yeah, our acclaimed knight should be able to handle that. And do we have like a cupbearer? Yeah, maybe Kiros. He seems. Actually, we'll go with Rosa Delian. She seems suitable for that. So we're just, you know, making sure that we don't die of any murder schemes here. So that's probably gonna help. And then maybe a bodyguard. We're spending some money on this, but you know, I'd rather not die of assassination. So let's get Eulanios Costamires. We'll put him as our bodyguard. So protecting ourselves from what we just did to the Sultan. And as you can see now, our advantage over the Sultan here is much better. The previous Sultan, Ali here, he had like 7 different allies and a lot of troops to call to bear. This guy does not have as many. You can see that we actually do outnumber him, and I think that this is our best opportunity here. So we're gonna go for the duchy. I mean, we've been waiting a long time. I don't see any chance for a better opportunity. We've got the troops. We built up our retinues specifically in order to be able to fight off those of the Sultan. So I don't see any better opportunities than this. So let us raise up all of our troops. We'll raise them up all here in Heraclio. Oh, you'll notice we did get a nickname in the last, or in between the episodes there, the Shield of Heraclio. But this time we are going to be the Sword of Heraclio here. Hestiana comes of age, and she is betrothed to the Count of Rossano. All right, well, we're going to accept that proposal. There we go. And we need to call in allies, so we're gonna call in the Despotissa, obviously. We're gonna call in all of our allies here. So there we go. We need everybody that we can. Count Tryphon, I don't think we'll be able to assist us because his liege will be assisting us there. So, and successor for the Knight of the Bull. There we go. We can put somebody in charge of that. So things seem to be good. Ileana needs a guardian. Let's just put, Glode in charge. That should be fine. And that seems to be all of that taken care of. So the war for Alexandria has begun, and all of our allies are coming in, and with any luck, we will be able to defeat the enemy here. I don't think we're gonna get much better of an opportunity here. We're gonna put, I think we will probably leave Count Komitas in charge. He is our most able commander, even greater than us, and I don't see any reason why we wouldn't. So looks like our allies are coming in, so we're gonna go straight for Alexandria here. Enemy ally joins the war, so let's take a look at this. We've got about 10,000 versus their 8,000, so fairly even, but we do have the advantage of having some really good commanders, having some good retinues, and I'm hoping that that will help us out quite greatly. And you'll see that he's actually losing a ton of money here, so he's going to be significantly in debt. So that should give us a big advantage here as well, due to the fact that he's going so far in debt here. Yeah, every month, look at this. That's gonna make our armies fight against his significantly better. I'm actually gonna switch out our commander temporarily here so that we can siege down their county a little bit faster here. Ooh, dying. We are at death's doorstep. That is okay. We need to really do something about the stress here. You know what? I'm going to become contrite, you know? I think that with the fact that we were not really an intrigue-based character, and we are an honorable character, perhaps the weight of those two murders that we were essentially responsible for have weighed on us too much. And so I think we are going to go and confess those. So yeah, our secrets are exposed. Oh man, we've lost our hair because of the stress. Dang. I had my reasons though. But so everybody knows that we were responsible for these murders. Look at that's kind of funny that he lost his hair, but the stress has just been too much for this character, obviously. So we're still near death, but we might live long enough to win this war. Our son is still very young, so we will see how this all ends up playing out. I mean, will we live long enough to take Alexandria? Will we live long enough to see this war as a victory here? Should we head in to deal with the enemy lands here? There we go. Is there any way we can like bring up our health? I don't know if there is at the moment. We'll take, you know what, I think maybe going in and trying to take the capital is probably our best bet here to win the war quickly. So we're gonna head into, what is this, Amara? and siege it down as quickly as possible. Zenobia has come of age. She needs a husband here, I do believe. Let's see. We do have quite a bit of, family ties with the House of Bar. I'm actually not opposed to just continuing to develop those ties, actually. He's going to inherit some land, so I think that's fine. Ensuring that we can keep this alliance there with that family, who has proved actually quite useful to us. The finer points of diplomacy. Today my son was taught a lesson in vassal management by Claude. It was a complicated course necessary, but perhaps a bit beyond Odysseus' grasp. Everyone makes mistakes, Odysseus exclaims. When I rule, I will forgive and let live, so that my realm may prosper. Perhaps he would be a too forgiving ruler? Oof, I would like... You know what? I think I want him... Oh, we can just accept this. You know what? Because we're already apparently near death anyways, I am going to give him the patient trait, because the patient trait is going to be better for him there. So you can see that we are at 96 stress here. So if we take another stress break, we're probably almost certainly dead. But, we're racing against time now, you can see. And we only have one hope of, getting our son to be the best man he can. So the patient trait's going to be pretty helpful for him, I suspect. And yeah, we're just playing for the future now. That's the only chance we've really got. So we're not dead yet, though. We are not dead yet. What's our health like here? It is poor, but it could be worse. Ah, there we go. We have died. Despot Hypatios of Krete's soul has finally been cast to Hades at 47 years of age. He died of heart failure. A keen and dedicated hunter, he has loved to spend entire weeks in the wilderness looking for most elusive game. Despot Odysseus ascends to the throne. Merely 13 years old, he will rely on his mother during his first years of rule. So, F's in the chat for our father, Hypatios of Krete, the shield of Heraclio, who had a great really rule over the lands of Crete. He saw to some extensive expansion here in Italy and around Carthage. He managed to develop those lands. He formed strong alliances. Everything that he did was for this goal, and it is unfortunate that he never saw Alexandria truly taken for his own. And that's unfortunate too, because that means that he was well poised to reform the Hellenic faith. You saw that he had that prophet trait, and he was well prepared. He just needed Alexandria, and then we could have done it. But luckily, we are playing a very intelligent character who has already gone on a pilgrimage, and I suspect that with Odysseus, we should be able to handle that. The hateful House Canunid is now in the hands of Canun, a Malik, surely just as wicked. I think that with the death of Hepatios, I don't really necessarily see if there's a need to continue the feud with that. I mean, the man who was responsible for that was dead, so yeah, I think that will be the end of that. We're gonna go in here. Look, the enemy army. We should be able to deal with them soon here. So we siege that down. We're gonna put our best commander in charge, and we're gonna go and we're gonna fight the enemy here. So one can only hope that we will find great success here. Hopefully our allies are joining us here. Yeah, looks like they are, so we should be all right. And here, let's see. Do we have any? What happened to Trifon? Is he not... Oh, we need to... Alright, we need a marshal here. So we're going to put Gennadios in charge of that. And we do need essentially a full council here. So we're gonna fill in the council, but hopefully we should be able to still win this fight, even though the enemy forces are coming in here. Looks like we do have the slight advantage. Let us hope that we continue. Yeah, all right, so we're just barely able to win this. Unfortunately, the forces of Zaporozhye, I think that is, or whoever it is, have departed. So that's unfortunate, but it looks like we're gonna be able to win this fight. So that might give us the war score we need to take Alexandria, and hopefully that will be the case. So yeah, it looks like the fight is turning in our favor here. We're definitely going to look at the details from this battle, and there's a lot of stuff that we will have to deal with here as the war here will not quite come to an end. I think we're going to need to do a little sieging, so I'm going to do that quickly now while we get the chance, and get the rest of the territories here in Alexandria, and that should give us what we need in order to get the war score that we're looking for here. So while we were going to go and siege some other lands, apparently the previous Sultan, Prince Ahmad, actually gave in to the demands of a faction, I suppose, and now the Tulanids are back in charge, which means that all of their previous alliances and stuff have ended. So we're gonna head into Cairo actually and take Cairo, but that's actually advantageous for us. So once we finished sieging down Cairo, even though Egypt switched hands again to Sultan Latif of the House of Ali, we finally were successful, and we captured enough land. Egypt has descended far enough into chaos that we can finally take the land that we have been looking to take, and therefore we shall enforce our demands. And so, Hypatios of Krete is dead, and yet he did not live long enough to see Alexandria come within the hands of the Hellenic rulers. However, he can rest easy knowing that his son, Odysseus, who is learning to be a good man, will now usher in a new age for the Hellenic people, as we do hold the 3 holy sites necessary to reform the faith. Alexandria, Athens, and Carthage are all within the hands of us and Hellenic rulers, which means that in the future, when we have enough piety to do so, we will be able to reform our religion. So, although Hepatios was not able to do it himself, we can fulfill his goals in the future. But that will have to take place in another episode and potentially another season of the Argaeus family. I am sure that there will be plenty of comments on this episode, and I am looking forward to reading them. But until the next one, thank you for watching.